So what do I do?
Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Ball teed up, Austin Seibert out for the kick. And we're off and running from Landover. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's who is running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They've got first down from the 31. Here's Hurts. On the move, headed right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. Call it maybe 8 on the play, but still massively in the red for this 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Now Hurts on 3rd and long. Fits it through the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On 4th down, Hurts. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. They gain 14 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Has a man, it's Ertz. And he takes this down after crossing the 45.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Chased out to his right. He's running for it. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 4 there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Daniels from the pistol. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 24. Bails out of the pocket quick. Throw over the middle, cut by Brown. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one falls incomplete. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. So that brings up 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Escapes the pocket. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. Oh, but this one bounces out of bounds, so in the end, no gain on the play. Ooh, bad fortune turned to good pretty quickly there, partner. That fumble eluding capture, and thankfully ends up out of bounds.
Yeah, big old sigh of relief on that sidelines, but that new life's going to be short-lived here if they're not able to convert on this 3rd down.
Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now they're staring at 4th and long. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
2nd down and 10. Daniels. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's completed right side. At the 20. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders pull ahead 6-3 in the first. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. And normally that equals disaster, but it gets out of bounds and ends in a touchback. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Toss play to Barkley. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
A play fake now hurts to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Go Silver, ready? No touch.
Able to find Dotson here. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. The rookie from Michigan there that time. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Commanders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Oh, like air out of a balloon. You saw all the excitement disappear when they saw the flag in the backfield. That penalty nullifies the INT.
Well, don't hit the quarterback then, Kate. Certainly don't rough him. Crying out loud.
Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders now lead by 10. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got 2nd down.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now, you got to adjust a little bit. Get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Dukes out a 1-stop. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3 now. They go to Barkley again. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4. Shotgun snap for Hurts. They connect for the 1st. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the 1st. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Barkley. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Eagles offense staying out there. They're going for 2. He's throwing for it. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Mike Sainristil makes the play.
Those defenders, they're just as excited as the fans when the offense signals they're going for two. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board and really show some of that swagger that good defenses have.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he's brought down for a loss. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders, with a lot of work to do to get into scoring range. Play fake here, Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket. That's low and bounces short of his man.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's on the move. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Let's go. Cut 19. Cut 19. Mustang 19. Go.
First carry now for Austin Ekeler. He still has room inside the 30. And he has it almost to the red zone, down at the 21-yard line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
10. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 Lion. Ready?
Out of the gun, Daniels. And this one doesn't go far.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 18 on 2nd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're staring at a 4th down. So on now is Austin Seibert for the Commanders' field goal. This is from 35 out on the left hash.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. From his own end zone, here we go. And he's wishing he left this one in the end zone, Brock, as he goes out of bounds short of the 25. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Jahan Dotson. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. He's trying another one deep. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. First and 10, a run to Robinson. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Piniero's kick is good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Going right side, Robinson with it. He cuts it towards the sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 35 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first. Staying with Robinson. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
Let's go now. 18, right here. 79 Bronco. Ready?
Daniels now. Flush down now to his left. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
Daniels throwing on third. Beckham there to grab it. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. On comes Austin Seibert and the Commanders' field goal unit to try this on 4th down. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Seibert's kick is up and good. And that extends their lead to 14.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Chooses to bring this one out. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Great.
Handoff headed right, Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
He's got it! Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here's Saquon. Space to... Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Working inside the red zone. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And now they face 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Forced out to his right. That's a catch, looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the first.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are down.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles start the 2nd half with some needed points. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Hill now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Come on, set, go!
Now Daniels off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Pass to 60, pass to 60. Viking 18, Buffalo 18. Dragon 60.
Running back sent in motion. On 1st down, here's Daniels. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Darius Slay has it. And the Eagles regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Escapes out to the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
63.
It's Dotson on the catch. It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles bring it back to even. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Hill now to return it. And look at this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. First and 10.
60 Eagles. Take over.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. It's caught. Eckler. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Offense in the hurry up here. Ooh, maybe some nerves there. He moved early on fourth down. Now we're going to see if this affects their choice to go for it.
Mustang 19. Let's go. 18 rather.
Looking to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. The fourth down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
73. Out.
Here he is on 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our 3rd quarter. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. This game remains tied after 3, so we'll decide things right here in the 4th quarter. Offense going for it here. 4th and 5. On 4th down, Hurts. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead. On the handoff, it's Barkley. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. They give to Barkley, left side. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down throwing for Hurts. Chased out to his right. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. He even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Turpin with a return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Complete. It's McLaurin. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders now trail by just a point in the 4th. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead. Here's Barkley. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 44. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off. That's Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders get it back after making their third first-half interception. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at the 30.
A run here with Robinson. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
They get 6 and a first down as well. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders going for the win here. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he'll go down here at the 16. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here he is to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing now. He has the first over the middle. They get 13 on the pickup. And now they have a 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Back to throw. The back grabs it. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders have taken the lead late. Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. From his own end zone, here we go. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. He's on the move. He's on the move. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Setting up to pass. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Washington calls it second timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw it. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Devontae Smith, the intended target. So they're left with 4th down here.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? If it shows the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
He connects downfield on 4. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Hurts looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's running with it. He reaches the sideline, clock stops, but the defense holds him to a gain of maybe 6 or 7.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Mike Sandler still makes the play. And the Commanders make the play that should win them this game.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss. So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently.